When I was a police officer, when I first went out on patrol, I noticed that the patrol force was constantly complaining and grumbling about their lot in life, if you will, and I thought to myself, I don't know whether or not things the way they were should be the way they are in the future. And I thought about how I might go about changing things if I had the opportunity. And my thought was, if I wanted to improve the lot of a police officer on the street, that I would have to get into a policy-making position. And that meant going up in the ranks.
I believe that everybody comes on this job with the purpose of trying to make a difference. But if you can help one person out of everyone, you've helped a lot of people.
One of the best moments I have in this unit is when I can come running down the street and help another cop out. And the look on the cops' faces when the cavalry arrives, it's one of the best parts about this unit, to be able to help out the cops on the street.
I'd like to be there to help someone going through a crisis. Sometimes they need someone strong and someone understanding. And I like to be there for the person, whoever it is.
I guess it's the people in this community. You know, it's all about how you talk to people and the things that are going on. You know, it's always nice to have a helping hand for these people. It's a pretty good house.
I hope if I do move up that I'll get houses like this one, where I deal with this kind of stuff here. But I want to stay on patrol for now.
I like the bicycle unit because it's quiet, it's quick. They don't hear you coming. We just had an arrest on the corner that they didn't see us, they didn't hear us, and by the time they knew who we were right on top of them.
I enjoy teaching. I enjoy working with people, be it somebody just learning this job or somebody that's on the street and needs assistance. I'm a people person. I hope to see myself hopefully as high up as I can go with the promotional opportunity the job affords me. Just ready for the challenge.
I like being a sergeant because I feel I have a greater capacity to help the cops, more so than helping the people. I can get out there sometimes and maybe prevent one of the cops from being hurt, and I feel that that's, a big part of my job and why it's important to do that.
I like to think of myself as being a role model for some of the younger police officers. I feel that I've been very fortunate. I've had some very good mentors during my tenure with the department, both males and females. And they've given me invaluable advice and help. And I think that's important. And I think we should do that for each other.
I was fortunate to come into Highway Patrol as the first female. And March of this year of '93, I came as the first sergeant in Highway Patrol. When the lieutenant's test comes up, I plan on taking it, and I plan on coming back as the first lieutenant female in Highway Patrol.
I just like the flying. Flying is really nice, and helping out the other units and helping out the emergency service and the highway and things like that, and being able to help them and assist them. It's really nice. The World Trade Center incident just recently, the whole unit did a fabulous job, and they really went above and beyond their call of duty, and we really, I think we helped a lot of people, and we were able to do what we practice for every day, what we train for every day.
When I entered this job, my children were 11 and 12 years of age. I felt that they needed to have someone to be a role model. This job offered me that when I was in narcotics division, and I was an undercover police officer at that time. I was able to go back into my community and bring the drugs out of the community by eliminating a lot of the drug dealing in the areas. So I felt very good about that, so I wanted to give back something to my community and also to my children to protect their lives.
Well, basically what we do is we do a lot of narcotics surveillances, and we try and apprehend the drug sales being taken place inside the projects. I like this unit because it's exciting, it's interesting, there's always something different, and I feel in my own way I'm helping the community.
Hopefully, I'd like to be a lieutenant, but I don't know when they're going to give the next exam, so it might not be possible. If they give it in the near future, I'd very much like to be a lieutenant in 5 years. If not, at the very least, a sergeant in a terrific assignment, and I'll still be a member of the police department in 5 years, I'm sure of that.
One of the most satisfying experience I had on the job is when I was assigned to the Special Victims Squad. We were working on a serial rapist who had raped and sodomized 3 young girls. And when the suspect was finally apprehended, I maintained a relationship with him as far as he felt comfortable talking with me. And it was over and above the objections of a lot of my male supervisors and counterparts who said that traditionally suspects never confess to women. But the suspect kept asking for me to come in and speak to him, and he finally gave me the statement. And it was very gratifying to me because I had worked on the whole case from the inception, and I felt good about it in 2 ways, because it's always nice to make a collar and close up a case, especially where children are involved. And it was also nice to know that I broke a taboo or a tradition where suspects never confess to women.
I did speeds in Queens Task Force for 1.5 years with my partner. We started the project, and then so I got introduced to a lot of the people in Highway, and I always thought it was so professional, and it was like an elite unit in the police department, and I just wanted to be in it after that.
I would like to be a detective now. I got to work with them for about 6 months. And I really like what they do.
I love working in the 6 for the diversity.
There is a place for women in law enforcement.
I pretty much put a lot of my efforts into the NYPD, but in return, I have to admit, the New York City Police Department has been very good to me.
There's no such thing as like a really routine set day in highway patrol.
We all work together here. It's not whose case it is, who it's assigned to. It's a joint effort when there's a major case to be worked on.
I came on this job as an adult, not as a child, and I feel I could be better utilized in a supervisory position.
One which was the World Trade Center explosion. We searched for live victims in the rubble pile. We happened to be the first canine team in the building to do a search. He did very well with it, I think.
I always felt that a police officer could help people on the street and make things better in the city of New York. Happens to be a city I love, and I thought I could do some good in the city.
I love working in the 6th precinct because of the people. The reason why I wanted to become a police officer was the fact that I thought I could make a difference in the communities which the police department services. For 2.5 years I worked as a dispatcher, and I felt that I can really, do the job. Well, my future goals are to one day become the police commissioner here at One Police Plaza on the 14th floor.
Women, too, have ambition, and I think the climate in the department now is such that we can now start realizing the ambition that we have and work towards it. I think the days of expending so much energy to fight the system and to prove ourselves, I think those days are gone. I think in the last few years we've probably moved forward more than we have in the whole history of the department. And my advice to any woman in this department at this time is go for it.